Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations in all forms. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out the energy in here, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this morning. Did you hear that? There is a legal team working together, like confirmation. There's a legal team that's working together, and they are in the midst of investigating something, investigating some sort of crime against you, investigating some sort of slander, gossip, something about you. Emotions are high. Emotions are very high right now because I feel like the person that they are investigating knows that they have a lot to lose. There's a message being sent, and it's about compassion. Bottom of the deck. Someone feels very cautious. They know they're under investigation. They know that somebody's trying to find out something about them. Something that has to do with their family, with the Ten of Cups. Could be about, this emperor in this family. Hey, J. Mike, how are you? Something about this family, maybe the patriarch in this family work together to try and bring, hey, High Priestess, work together, collaborated with other family members, possibly to bring some type to perpetuate some type of curse, to bring some type of curse upon you, to make it so that your life was not enjoyable. We've heard about the same situation and story before, but now somebody's under investigation. Yeah, something about somebody that, because you're very nurturing, you're very empathetic, you're very kind, caring. But see, somebody wanted to bring some conflict to you because of these wonderful qualities that you possess. I'm telling you, emotions are very high right now, and somebody's thinking very clearly, and they know that they're scared. And the reason that they're scared is, guess what? At one point, they were trying to scare and harass you. They were trying to make it so that you felt like you didn't have a way. You didn't know the way. You weren't happy. You were miserable. Why are you even here on this earth? Why are you even amongst the living? This person is now afraid of everything that they did to try and bring you down, try and hurt you, try and harm you. Hola, Marcia. I'm sorry that your body's hurting. I'm going to be praying for you today. See, this person feels like a fool. They feel so foolish because, like I said, somebody's being learned a lesson about compassion, and they feel foolish for fucking around with you because you are compassion walking. If compassion was a person, it would look just like you. See, the thing is, even with your compassion, even with the crimes, the spiritual crimes, the physical crimes that this person has done against you, even with all of that, and you know about it, you feel it, you saw it, you found proof of it, it's under investigation. Hey, Alicia, you still have compassion for this person. Hey, Melissa. You still feel for that person, even though that person is not feeling for themselves, or they never felt for you. They're feeling for themselves, but they're feeling pity for themselves. They never thought to feel responsibility for themselves. Hey, Catherine. Somebody is getting the message. Did you know what? You were going to be able to defend yourself. See, they thought that they could do this, and this has been going on for a while, and they thought there's no way that you're going to really be able to defend yourself. Man, go on, forget about her. Sis, go on, forget about him. He ain't going to be able to do nothing. But see, after all this time, they're finding out that you were able to do something. You are able to do something. Something is being done. It's taken a long time for you to persevere throughout all this. But something is being done. Like I said, this could be within a family. Something is being done. Something is being put to rest. Find out what's happening. You, even if they come up to you and they lie in your face, they even have, everything. They got the red flags and this and that and the other. All the lies in your face. They got the people co-signing, lying in your face. You still see the truth. You still wise enough to see through the bullshit. Hey, C-Bones Chosen, how are you? I'm well. Hey, Susan. Thank you so very much, Susan. Yeah, you see through the bullshit. I don't care if they got 50 people there telling you the same fucking story. You see through it. This is that part of that cover up. They thought that, okay, well, then we got to straighten this up because collective see through this. They see right through this. Let's do it like this. Come on, let's huddle. Everybody get together. Let's huddle. Let's get this together. It don't matter. It don't matter. See, now somebody's thinking about the past and how they was able to kind of balance things out, but they really didn't balance nothing out in the past. They just covered it up some more. Thinking now they got this big old ass pile of cover up for all the lies that they lied and said, all the shit that they said. But that spiritual investigative team is uncovering it. They're peeling all the layers back like that onion. And like that onion, the more that they peel, the more tears start coming down somebody else's eyes. Because they know in the middle of that onion, with all that tear producing shit that onions have, therein lies the truth. Hey, Roland. Therein lies the truth. There's about a judgment call that's going to be made. And it's going to have to deal with the truth. The thing is, like, somebody is realizing that, you know what, you dealt with a hell of a lot. You dealt with more than your share. Almost like you need to be rewarded for it. I'm seeing, like, back in the day when they would have those carriages and they would have people, somebody sitting in the carriage, and they would have 4 or 6, however heavy the person was, carrying the carriage on their shoulders, something like that. You need to be recognized for everything that you even had to go through. You went through a lot. That's over now. Rest assured, it is over. Rest assured that investigation is going to find out everything that needs to be found out. There's an opportunity that somebody has, this spiritual team has, to cut through the bullshit so that your name can be cleared. Hey, Reborn Again Dynasty. Your name is going to be cleared. It's just taking years. Could be decades. But it's taking some time. See, somebody want to go run and hide now. They want to ghost the whole scene. They don't want to be seen on the scene. Somebody want to run and they want to hide, but they can't because they suck. Somebody's like you know how the police come and they asking you 11 questions and stuff, and because you are one of the suspects, but they don't have enough to hold you right now. But they say, you know what? Okay, don't leave town. Don't leave town. Because we got some more questions for that ass. We just gotta we're gonna find some more information, and then we're gonna come back and ask you these questions about this additional information. So don't leave town. Don't think that you off scot-free. Hey, Evangelina Garza, how are you? See, somebody that they're looking at what somebody invested in. They're looking at choices that they chose to make, things that they chose to do. They can't blame this shit on nobody else except for themselves. They can't say, well, because my cousin Ernest told me. No, these are your choices. These are your decisions. These are your actions. This is all you. This all you, boo. You can't say, well, so-and-so, and the only reason I did that. No, somebody got to be truthful now. You got to own up. Somebody has to. God is letting them know this is the time for them to speak their truth while they are under spiritual investigation. This is that one. Whenever you've seen all them cop shows, true crime, First 48. Bang Bangs RS, whatever the crime shows are called. You've seen them whenever they in that interrogation room. You've seen them. And they go around the story 20, 50, 11,000 times until the person start messing up. And that's when they know they got them. See, this person was messing up. They started getting the dates wrong, getting the names wrong, getting the places wrong. Confirmation. People was like, well, I thought that you said that it was a green room, but now you're saying it's a yellow room. How did the room change? Oh, no, I meant that it was but you said that was blue. Now you're saying that's right. Oh, no. But wait, you said that it was only this, but now you're saying it's that. See, somebody is messing their own story up. That's how they know they're getting caught. This is when the spiritual police said, this is your one and only chance to tell us what the fuck really happened. Why you did what you did, how you did what you did, what made you want to do what you did. This is that opportunity. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Hi, Imani. See, somebody's having a hard time. Confirmation. They're having a hard time speaking the truth because they know that they are at the center of all the conflict that has taken place. That's why they're having a hard time letting the truth come out their mouth, because they're the one who started the shit. That was all them. That's all you, boo. That's all you. Yeah. See, the police is coming around. The police is looking for him. Like I said, this person was told, don't leave town. Don't leave town. We got some more questions to ask. We about to bring balance to this entire situation. It's time to bring balance to this entire cacophony. The one person was in their mind thinking this was going to be a green goat, only to find out it's a red note. Now they got and it's gone on so fucking long that it didn't even need to go on like that. Somebody knew when they started this, when they instigated this bullshit, they knew they was wrong in the first fucking place. A couple years in, and they was kept going on. They knew they was wrong. 5 years in, they knew they was wrong, but they kept going on. As they got closer and closer and closer, they knew they was wrong, but they was in so fucking deep. They had put your name through all the mud, put your name through all the hoish places, put your name through all the whoever was stealing, killing, destroying. They said it was you. So they was in too deep to all of a sudden back out and be like, I just made it all up, y'all. They know that they have so much to lose. But guess what? They're going to lose it all anyway. They thought that they could trick the system. They thought they could control everything. They thought they had everything that they needed to have this wheel of fortune always turn in their favor, and it would never turn in your favor. You would never get no good things. You would never be on Santa Claus's list. You would never get nothing from the Easter Bunny. You wasn't even supposed to get nothing from the fucking Tooth Fairy. You wasn't supposed to be getting shit except for a heartache, hurt, miserable, fucked up life. Just so that they could be happy. This is what's happening now. Everything is falling down. Everything is being fucking destroyed. Because this person didn't want to show you no compassion. Now this person is sitting there wondering, what would it have been like, if they had welcomed you, if they had celebrated with you, if they had not talked bad about you. Now they're trying to figure out what would it have been like if they had welcomed you into the fold, if they had said, you know what, come on, I'm gonna take you underneath my wing, you gonna be one of us. How would their life be reflective of that now? Because right now their life is reflective that they fucked you up, that they did crimes of humanity against you, that they did crimes of spirituality against you, that they did emotional crimes, financial crimes, all these different crimes against you. This is what their life is showing now. This is what is being reflected right now in their life, because they are the ones that's under investigation, not you. You can come and go as you please. You can get on this plane, that plane, cross this border, that border, sit still, and you don't even get to worry about it. But this person, they are being told not to leave town because of what they was working on, what they was doing, what they chose to work on. And like I said, right now, this person knows that they may have to go away, physically go away for a while, go up the river, go behind the bars, go into a place of solitude. Hey, no, it's time, because you know what? Like I said, they're having to go to court. They're having to go speak in front of the judge. They're getting karma for all this bullshit. And like I said, passion is high, feeling, emotions is high. And the only reason these emotions is so high is because they are so mad that they got caught doing all the fuck shit that they did. So you know, and they feeling passionate, all right, because they got caught doing some fuck shit. See, this person thought that they was going to be able to do whatever they wanted to do to you, say whatever they wanted to say. They thought that they would not even have to pay for this. They thought that this should, even when they was ready to stop. Let's just say that they decided they was going to stop last year. Hey, Hypsee. Let's just say last year, the end of 2025, they decided they're going to stop their fuck shit. And just chill out. Let you go on, live your life. Let's just say that scenario. Well, good. But they still have to atone for all those sins that they did against you. Good that they, this is the month of June. Good 6 months ago, you decided to finally stop fucking around or fucking with Collective. Stop making Collective's life so fucking miserable and painful, and finally let Collective just go on and live a happy life. But guess what? All those years that you did all that shit, you got to pay the piper. See, somebody thought that they was just going to get whatever they came for. They was going to live the life that they wanted. They never thought that they was going to be in jail. They thought that they was going to get what they wanted, that prosperity, all good things was going to come to them. They was going to have their wish fulfillment with that star card, living the life that they wanted. They never thought that they was going to be locked up. They never thought that they was going to have to answer to anybody about you. Anybody else, but you never thought that. This team, this investigator team that's working on your behalf, they're finding a lot. They're finding out a lot about this situation. They're finding out everything. And you know what was sad that they're finding out? It's the good things that you did for this person, to this person, because of this person, by this person, and the fucked up things that they did in return. How you tried to work with this person. You tried to be on their side. You tried to have their back. You tried to hold them down. You tried to hold them up. And the whole time, they was treating you fucked up. Somebody was in some type of fantasy, thinking that what they was going to do to you was not going to come back on them. They was in some type of fantasy. They just started, if how some people think, as long as they are cordial to you, that's going to be okay. You can be cordial to somebody, somebody that you don't care for. You can call yourself being cordial, but you're still being nasty. You're still acting ignorant. You think that you're being diplomatic. You're not being diplomatic. You acting like a fucking asshole. Because energy don't lie. You would have been better off just saying what the fuck was on your chest. Saying what was on your mind and getting it off. That way you could find out the truth about the way you was thinking was really fucked up and there was no truth in it. Somebody was thinking that they was being all diplomatic, You know, they're going to treat you that nice, nasty. I'm just trying to be all diplomatic, but you're still acting all fucked up. That person has to learn. There's a lot of people that got to learn. But this one in particular is learning a valuable lesson too. The energy that you feel inside, this should come out. See, now somebody is thinking about this partnership. Something that was blessed. Something that was meant. The Lovers and the Two of Cups. This is what you want. This is what you wanted. But instead, somebody had to felt like, you know, they could take some certain actions, try and say certain curses, try and do certain things, and it was never gonna come back. Well, now somebody's realizing that shit came back quicker than what they thought, and it messed them up, because as that shit was coming back on them, as this investigation was just kind of ramping up, this person was like, damn, you know what? Let me add 1 + 1. Okay, I'm getting 2. Let me add 2 + 2. Damn, I'm getting 4. See, this person started exploring some shit, thinking about some shit, realizing some shit, looking at some shit, understanding some shit now. And what they understood, all their actions was coming out. All that slick Rick trying to be half bullshit is coming out. All that game plan, all that, shh, this is our secret. They don't need it. Don't tell Collective that I told you, because then Collective gonna be mad at me, knowing that the shit was a fucking lie in the first damn place. So yes, Collective would have been mad because you was lying. All of that's coming out. They can't hide the secrets no more. The sun is here illuminating everything. They can't hide the secrets no more. Hey, the big payback. How are you? You can't hide it. See, somebody thought that they was going to get their way. They thought they was going to get their way. You know, whatever they was pursuing was going to happen for them. And they enjoyed every minute of it. They did. They loved making your life hell. They did. They loved saying all this shit, trying to make you look stupid. They loved it. They loved each and every time that they thought in their mind that they made you cry. They loved each and every time that they turned somebody else against you with another fucking lie. They loved it. And everybody's finding out about it. Everybody's looking and seeing and understanding exactly who they are and have been in your life. And how they loved creating conflict just to hurt you. See, this person, they were so busy trying to create conflict and in your family. Because they didn't want you to be heard, seen, noticed, felt, remembered, thought about, respected. They don't want none of that shit for you. But see, God has a way of turning things all the way around. Because whenever at one point you may have thought that you was on the losing team, now today you realize you was always on the winning team. You was always on the winning team. Can't make this up. Because God blessed you. God gave you a new you. God gave you a new point of view. God gave you a new way to see things, see people, see situations. It's something about your compassion. That's what gave you the victory. And this other person, oh, that whole lesson, well, that came back around. And this is where this person is sitting in pain. They're realizing what comes around, what we put out into the world is going to come back. And this person put some bullshit out in the world. That's why that shit came on back. The emotions is high. They upset. They only upset because they got caught. They only upset because people are looking at them like, you dirty motherfucker. People are looking at them like, how dare you? That's the only reason they upset. Because everything came out in the open. Everything came out in the open about what this person's wishes fulfillment was. Everything came out in the open about what this person was trying to do. Gossiping about you, trying to cause pain, trying to put it out in the world. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. They didn't know how strong you were. They didn't know the strength that you had. They didn't know that you could withstand everything that they was trying to do to you because you wasn't standing alone. That's why you were able to withstand. You were never standing alone. See, this person, their logic had them thinking something else. To them, it made sense that you would be afraid of them. To them, it made sense that the only emotion that you were able to fear after them was fear. The only emotion you was able to feel was fear. See, now this person feels foolish. They look foolish too because you wasn't feeling fear. What you was feeling for this person was compassion because you saw this person. You saw this person for who they were, and you had already decided you didn't have to fear this person. You had to get the fuck away from this person. You had to let that person sit in their own muck and mire. You had to allow Spirit to take care of this person in Spirit's time, on Spirit's way. Yep, because you found out that this person, not only was this person not wise, but they were lying. This person was very untruthful. This person, that's why you had to, that's why you didn't feel any fear, because you knew this person was not being truthful, not being honest. They was being the fool. They was not doing what they needed to do. They didn't think that you had the juice because they don't have the juice. But see, something about this person, you remember them, or you're thinking about things from the past that this person did, and that's how you was able to put it all together. That's how you was able to put it all together, remembering shit from the past, whether this was a past life. Because this person has been acting out. They've been doing stupid shit. They've been acting crazy. That's why their emotions are very high right now, because they know they've been caught. They cannot get out of it. They know they've been caught. Yes. This person now is trying to balance out something so that they can defend themselves, and people don't be so curious and keep looking as to what's going on. Well, wait a minute, you said this. Well, what's going on with this? Well, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Because the more that these people try and find out, the more they uncover. The more they uncover, the more they realize that somebody was a motherfucking liar. Yeah, and you know what? And people are realizing that when it came to this relationship that you had with this person, no wonder you was always on high alert. No wonder you never looked like you was comfortable being in this person's presence, because you wasn't. There wasn't an emotion that you felt. You felt caution. You felt, hey, protect yourself. You felt like don't say too much. You felt not at ease. And it had been like that for a while. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. And you knew why you felt like that, because somebody was trying to put these 10 swords in your back. That's why you felt like that. Your intuition had already told you about what somebody was trying to do. Your intuition already told you. What's the message, Spirit? Hey, Lightworker William. Hey, Letitia. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. See, somebody did not want you to be that nurturing person, or they didn't want people to nurture you. They didn't want people to nurture you. The truth is, this person, but it's odd that they did not want people to nurture you, but yet you already had the truth of being nurtured by the Most High. So if they didn't want, your mother, your sister, your brother, your aunts, your uncles, your grandparents, whoever, the neighbors, the co-workers, whoever, to nurture you, you already had spirit nurturing you. You was already past all that bullshit. They was already past where they could get to you, leave you feeling like you were in despair. You was already past all that, because you knew that there was a God. This is what this person wanted people to give to you: hardship and conflict. That's what they wanted you to experience every single day of your life: hardship and conflict. But instead, God is choosing you. You're the one who's getting the car of the Dharma. God is choosing you for good things. And this person whose emotions are so up right now and feeling a certain way, they know what they're feeling. Their intuition is telling them what is coming down the pike. They hoping to get out of this court case, but they know it's probably not going to work like that. They done did too much. Did too much. Said too much. Acted way too out of character. They did too much. They was willing to take you down no matter what happened. They didn't care. They said to themselves, against all odds, they wanted to win against you. They didn't care. They didn't care how long it took. They didn't care how much it took. They just wanted to. They didn't care who they had to work with. They just wanted you to lose. That's why they said so much bullshit, so much gossip about you. They wanted you to lose. Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. See, somebody, they did not think that people was going to see them for what they was doing. They didn't think nobody was going to judge them for what they was doing. They didn't think anybody was strong enough to come up after them and say, you wrong. That was wrong. They didn't think anybody would be strong enough to come up and put them in their place to say, you know what, motherfucker, you was so fucking wrong. That is so horrible. They thought that everybody was going to see them as the star, as who they should, oh, I should embody myself after that person. But people are seeing that they was not a star at all. That they the star devil. That they're the ones who's causing the problems. All because somebody want to try and take you down. What's the message? And somebody may even really want to heal the situation now because they know they've been the devil towards you. And the only reason they want to heal this situation is because it is so out of control right now. They feel like everything is out of fucking control. They about to be sent up the river. They about to go to jail. They about to do this. They about to do that. There's too many. Yeah, all because they wasn't looking before they was leaping. They didn't think anybody saw what they was doing. And now it's way too late. They cannot go in there and fix it. They was hoping that they could get in there and kind of fix this thing. Cut out the bullshit so nobody could see what they was doing, but it's too late. It's too late. They already did the crime with the 10 of Wands, and people are starting to get the message. People are starting to understand who did what. Yeah, somebody is seeing that, you know what, maybe they were starting to understand that maybe they wasn't, diplomatic they weren't acting diplomatic at all. This person thought that they was being so diplomatic towards you. They was being evil towards you. Now they're realizing that, oh, well, maybe I wasn't being diplomatic at all. Confirmation. Hey, talk to Tia. Confirmation. They wasn't being diplomatic at all. See, that shit that they did came right back on them, and people started looking closer at something because something happened. Did kind of somebody shot themselves in the foot. They put their own shit out there. Something happened. And whenever they did, that's whenever everything started coming back on them. And people started looking back and realizing there's something about that. That's why they decided, this is why this person is having to go through all of this shit. I'm telling you, somebody has decided to bring up some case against them, and the police is out there looking for them. The Justice and the Chariot card. Yep. Because what they did is coming back around. I'm telling you, this emperor is trying to hide with the Hermit. Everything is coming back around. Somebody trying to ghost this whole situation. This emperor is trying to hide. Yep. Because you know what? They're trying to be cautious. They're trying to not let anybody see them because they know that people, whenever they look, they're gonna see what they did, and that's when that tower is really gonna hit. And who they did it to you, they did it to you, they did it to your relationship, and people are kind of confused as to why. People are kind of stuck like on the, well, why? What? Well, why would you do that? You know, trying to figure out why would you invest your time, your energy, you know, into making those types of choices. Trying to hurt somebody else. Like, why? Why would you? What's in it for you? Besides a bad reputation, besides, you know, karma, besides having to get back what you put out in the universe, what is in it for you? Anything else from this deck, Spirit, or should we change decks? Yeah, something about the decision that they made. They made that decision. They just didn't know shit was going to come back on them that damn quick. Like I said, somebody decided it was December 31st of 2025, and they finally said, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and stop fucking around with collective. I'm gonna stop bullying collective. I'm gonna stop talking bad about collective. I'm just gonna let collective live their life. I guess so. Hell, collective is 40, 50, 60 years old now. I guess I'll let them live in peace after all this motherfucking time. That's when karma said, get my shoes, my ass kicking shoes out the closet, and hand me my car keys. Because we riding. We are riding. Bottom of the deck, somebody is being called to answer some questions about what they did. And they can't get away with this. Not with that Knight of Wands, because they thought that they was not going to get caught, only for their ass to get caught the fuck up. Now somebody want to, you know, it's like, and the fact of the matter is that, you know, you was here by yourself. You've always been by yourself, doing your own thing. You've been excluded. But saying by yourself is saying it nicely. Your ass has been excluded. Now somebody want to apologize for the bullshit that they was doing. Now they want to come with some old weak ass apology. I'm sorry for making your life hell these last 54 years. I do apologize. I'm sorry for making your life feel like shit these last 30-something years. I should have left you alone. I'm sorry for telling the entire world, the entire family, talking about cousins, step cousins, first cousins, second cousins, third cousins, fifth cousins, twice removed. I'm sorry telling everybody some bullshit about you. I should have left you alone. They saying that now because judgment is here, because they shit is fucked up. They shit is fallen because everybody see that they was the one who was this fucking dark black warlock trying to fuck your life up and lying about every motherfucking thing. Now in the family, now they sorry. I bet your ass is. Mm-hmm. Can't make this up. This could have been a father figure in the family trying to fuck you up. What kind of father does that shit? It is, and I'm telling you, this been happening since you was a child. This kind of bullshit been going on since you was a child. But you know what? They finding out something about that word compassion now. They wish they would have had some compassion towards you. Hey, the Roman Zelensky. They wish they would have had some compassion towards you, because guess what they need right now in their life? Compassion. They wish that they would have fought for you, that they would have defended you, that they would have stuck up for you, that they would have helped you, that they would have protected you. Now they wishing that they would have did all that shit as opposed to being the one to bring the shit on. That was the one who was trying to curse you. That was the one who was going around town saying all this and all that, only to find out who they was really talking to was really talking about was themselves. They was really talking about themselves. But you peeped game. You peeped game about who they was talking about, who they was really meaning, all that shit that they was saying about you. You peeped game. You was able to, Spirit made it so that you was able to leave that whole situation, and you did. Whether it was the family, whether it was the situation, whatever it was, you was able to leave and save yourself. Now this whole people, somebody thinking about everything that they invested in and how they don't have shit. How everything that they was spending all their time, their money, their energy, putting it in, trying to make you look bad, and look at them. They lost a lot. And they about to lose some more. And here it is, you and your compassion. Now this person wishing that they would have came to you with that little bit of fucking compassion that you needed throughout all that time. But see, this person thought that they was making your life off balance, that they was kicking your legs from underneath you. They thought they was really, really doing something, only to find out that they was just giving you a bigger and better opportunity for you to move forward. And God said, I'm moving you forward. Now, like I said, this person realized that they gave you the biggest opportunity of your life to make them look like the lying ass motherfucking monkey ass fool that they are. And you know what you did? You took that opportunity and you ran with it. You took the opportunity and ran with it. Like I said, now everybody see, who this person is. They trying to ghost the whole situation. They don't want to be seen. But everybody sees them for what they was doing. Everybody sees them and they trying to cover up they face now. Now that they have to answer for some questions, some serious questions about some shit that they did to get their own life fucked up. Yeah, they don't want to be seen. Hey, Terrence. This person is upset and confused because they never knew that you was an earth angel. They never knew that you was one of God's favorite children. Hey, Antoine, how are you? They never knew that, you was so special. They didn't know this about you. They never knew that the price to pay for coming at you was going to be so high. It was going to be so hard. The labor was going to be intense. Had they known this, they would have never went against you. Now, it's like, you know what, you are so protected. You are my wounded healer. And there's nothing that this person can do because you know what, you're still doing you. You're just working on what you need to do. You're by yourself. You're just working on what it is that you need to do. And this is the person that has to answer. Somebody's asking this person about, things that they did and what they thought about. They're asking this person these questions. Because you know what? The thing is that they're asking this person these questions because shit don't make sense no more. Especially because you spoke your truth and you went on. You did your own thing. Yep. And so now somebody knows that wheel of fortune, whatever they deserve, is coming in. That wheel of fortune is turning. And unfortunately, that wheel of fortune is not going to be turning in that person's favor. We're going to pull one or two more cards, then we're going to swing the pendulum. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. Somebody's learning a message. They learning a lesson. They getting the message. I feel like, and it's about compassion. I feel like this emperor now can hear what you was talking about when you was talking about compassion. They couldn't hear it before, but they can hear it now because you're no longer around. Confirmation. You're no longer around. This person is getting the message about compassion. This person is getting the message that, you know what, maybe they need to try and work with somebody to try and heal the whole situation. Because this person is getting the message that, you know what, when they started looking at something, really discerning, looking at themselves, looking at the situation that they created, they're the ones who created this, not you. They're the ones who was in regret, not you. They're the ones that's looking sick, sorry, sad, busted, and disgusted, not you. Especially since the truth about whatever somebody was talking about has come out. And guess what? You wasn't even involved in none of that bullshit that they were said. None of this shit that they said was that you was doing, you never did. Somebody's learning a valuable lesson about some compassion and how we all deserve it. Whether we want to give it or not, we all deserve it. Because we all make mistakes. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and swing the pendulum. What's the message the Spirit has for us today? Looks like it is a yes. Looks like it is a yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I appreciate everyone. I love the comments. Keep them coming. Thank you. I'm going to be praying for everyone. Marcia, I'll be definitely praying for you. And there was somebody else, I believe. Let me see. Was it? I'll look through here. The big payback. Let me see. I'll look through here because I know that I said that I was going to be praying for somebody, and I will definitely be doing that. All right, y'all. I love y'all so very much. I look forward to everyone having a wonderful day. I'll be saying prayers for everyone, sending out positive energy, positive light, positive love. Let's all have a wonderful Thursday. Okay? Have a great day. Bye now.